Have you ever wondered why many technologies that promise great results, like 25% energy efficiency increase, or a X% reduction in truck rolls, or a unrivaled tenant experience, end up failing miserably after being put in use? To find out why that happens and what can be done to solve it, stick around. After overseeing one of the largest fault detection and diagnostics deployments globally for over 10 years, at IB we know this problem all too well. I'm sure most of you have heard of the phrase people, process, and technology, and you probably know where I'm going with this already. Many organizations will procure a new piece of tech or software without really considering the people and process part. What do I mean by people and process? It means considering questions like, do I have the right expertise and mix of stakeholders involved in order to be able to operate and maintain this technology in the long run? Or are the right workflows and operational playbooks in place? So in the example of fault detection and diagnostics, how am I changing how I'm doing things today to how am I doing it now that I have a fault detection and diagnostic software? Another example is thinking through, how is performance being measured? Do I have the right KPIs in place? How are these KPIs being tracked and enforced? And lastly, it's thinking through training and awareness, whether it's for your operators or your tenants. A good example of this is when you're transitioning from a traditional card access to a mobile credential access solution, and thinking through all the nuances and how that's going to affect the tenant experience, and when is this going to work, what happens if it doesn't work, and all of those details. As we touched on in previous episodes, smart building technology is quite complex. It requires a diverse mix of stakeholders. It requires a diverse mix of subject matter expertise in different domains. So what some organizations do to solve this problem is assign a smart building champion that oversees all of those considerations that I mentioned. Alternatively, some of them will work with organizations like Intelligent Buildings, who address this challenge in the form of smart building program management.